Did you know that RPM in Jersey City recently updated the way they enable pro races? It used to be based on some terrible point system, but now all you have to do is beat their posted lap times and you can unlock Pro Speed, aka Speed 4 or Map 4 at some places. I'm going to show you how you can do that on your first try. First, some things to note, like what exactly is Pro Speed? According to RPM, Pro Speed is about 10 miles an hour faster, requires a valid driver's license, and is only available on select weekdays or at manager's discretion. Pro Speed still carries the same dumb auto slowdowns that they have on their standard races. However, since you're rolling into the slow zones at a much faster speed, it lasts for a much shorter amount of time and just gives a much better experience. Aside from all that, all you have to do is beat the stated lap times for any track to unlock Pro Speed, which are 34 seconds for track 1, 35 seconds for track 2, or 73 seconds for the mega track. These are not hard times to beat, and even though I've only been here once and never driven the mega track before, I was able to do this on the mega track on my first try. Well, second if you count that the first cart they gave me almost fell apart. Take a look. So it's probably fair to say that you may need more than one try if you get a junk cart. Anyway, my first actual try, I hit a 71, but one of the laps in that race was almost exactly 73 seconds, and I thought it was more interesting to show that one, since that's what the limit is for the mega track. 3 tips to keep in mind before we get started. One is that you don't need the brakes at all at this speed. Also, brakes in these carts deactivate the accelerator on a delay, so if you push the brakes, you're hurting yourself twice as bad. 2 is that their standard speed is so slow that you don't want to track out any further than you need to. You want to try to shorten the track, and you can do that without following an actual racing line and hugging certain corners, as you'll see here. 3 is that these painted curbs are pretty wide in some places, so just remember that you can and should drive over them because I see plenty of people trying not to touch them. With that, let's get to it. So we'll come down this hill to the start-finish line, clip the apex, and stay wide left here to set up for turn 1, which is the sharpest hairpin on the track. Enter in a bit late, lift off the throttle to make the turn, and stay mid-right to set up for the next left. For turn 2, turn in a little later again to set up on the left for turn 3. You might need to lift a bit here with cold tires because if you carry too much speed, you'll wind up too far to the left for turn 3. Now we're in a big straight for what feels like forever at this speed. Cut straight through this little kink here and set up on the left. There's an auto slowdown for whatever reason at the top of this hill. If you turn in too early, you lose even more speed because of it, so kinda ride the middle and aim for a late apex pretty close to the top here. Then hug the left turn all the way down until you get to the downhill slope, and remember to track out only as much as you need for what the tires can handle. This next section you're going slow enough to hug the wall here, so take advantage of that, and then keep it nice and smooth going all the way up. When you get to the top, there's another poorly thought out slowdown zone, especially since you're moving in a straight line. Judging by the lines on the ground, I'm guessing this is a track 1 slowdown that's reused here without any common sense, but I've never driven track 1 so I can't say for sure. Anyway, hug the left here again and this part gets interesting. Occasionally, but not always, you get a boost here before this uphill section. Listen to the motor spin up during this boost section. If you get the boost, you might have to enter a bit wider. Hit the first apex, don't track out too much, and hit the second. Stay to the right for the last set of turns. For this left, you want a late apex to stay along the left side wall so that you can go smoothly through the next double right. I lose some time here in this video ignoring the first apex for the second, when really you're going slow enough to hit both. After the second, hang left a bit, clip this apex, track out a bit to carry the speed down the hill, and hit the last apex to the start-finish line. If everything was good, you'll have beat a 73 and unlocked Pro Speed. After the race, ask the manager to upgrade you to Pro status and enjoy the much faster Pro Speed race. So now I'll show you side by side how much better Pro Speed is. You actually come out of your seat in some places. The first thing to notice is you do need the brakes for turn 1, and it's a bit of a game where you should actually be braking because of the added factor of the throttle delay. I did a 61.8 here, which is about 1 second slower than the guys I know who are 100 pounds lighter than me and race here all the time, so I'm happy with it for my first try. But yeah, let's close it out with this comparison. Let me know in the comments if this helped you unlock Pro Speed or if you have any other tips. And check the description for a link if you want to see the full Pro Speed race.